Hey guys, it's time for the weekly challenge number 45 within self-awareness. And this week we are going to observe ourselves in a more structured way throughout our day. Once an hour, every time you go to the bathroom, every time you walk through a doorpost, you are going to pause your thinking and just take in your emotions. What are your body telling you? And then do some meditation once a day. That's this week's challenge. And if you want to hear all the details, make sure to look through this video. Otherwise, good luck. Meditation, mindfulness, all this new age hippie when are we gonna stop this? I mean, come on, Alex. And I totally feel you. This is an area that it's so diffuse. This is what's up. We need to lay a solid foundation. That is why we are doing this. I mean, I've soon been doing this channel for almost a year now, and I've been so random. Social interactions, productivity, being true to yourself, all over the place. And it has been fun, and I've been learning a lot of stuff. But I ask myself, what does one that needs to start a personal development journey? Where does that person have to begin? How do you create a solid foundation without jumping around? And the answer to that question I found to be self-awareness. That is where you start. You have to start from within to build yourself up. When you become aware of who you are, or maybe who you aren't, when you realize that I am this person, but that's not who I want to be. I want to be this person. When we become self-aware and we realize that, we accept that, we can start to move towards becoming this person. We can start to ask the right questions to move us in that direction. You have the potential to be so much better. Never stop learning, never stop progressing, living a better life. That is what this is all about. And that is why the self-awareness needs to have this much attention. I feel that I need to reconnect the awareness part to the self-awareness part again. How does it relate to awareness? Isn't it a mismatch there? We're talking about self-awareness and then we're talking about awareness and meditation. I mean, we started out this challenge 4 weeks ago with all in on self-awareness, asking ourselves, what are we good at? What are we not so good at? Asking friends of us, who am I? What am I good at? What am I not good at? We started to outline like a basic structure of our abilities and skills in order to get some self-awareness for where we should go in life, to follow your natural inclinations for what you're good at, in order to be competitive and do the things you enjoy, realizing that you should really have those things in life that makes you happy, that makes you in a state of flow, that makes you able to outperform, to have a unique competitive edge so you can do whatever you want. That was how we started out our self-awareness challenge. And that's quite easy to grasp, that's self-awareness. But then we moved on to awareness, journaling, starting to observe ourselves and journal about it in order to reflect and do some pattern recognition in order to see how we're doing throughout the days, how we're feeling, and so on. Kind of what we're doing this week. And then we took it even further and we established a meditation practice, daily meditation for 10 to 20 minutes in order to go even deeper, to practice this awareness thing, just taking in our emotions. And that was all great, and at least I realized some tremendous things. When we go through our days and we start to practice this awareness thing, it makes us able to relate to a bigger picture. When we talk about awareness, it is a skill that enables us to reflect in whether we are doing the right thing or not. It makes us more in tune with our emotions and feelings, and by that making conclusions for whether we are doing the right thing or not. You see, when we outline the first week the things we really like to do, or when we just feel joy, we could make that conclusion because we have made that connection previously. That when I draw pictures, that means I feel really good. We have created a connection between a skill or a habit with a good emotion. We have connected those two. That means that we, in some level, have been aware to have been able to do that connection. And that's easy to do when it's very strong emotions, or when we're doing it enough times that it just becomes obvious. We don't have to think about it, it's just obvious within us. We feel good when we do that. But the thing is, throughout our life, throughout our days, there are so many small things that are telling us these different things. The small emotions. And if we can become better at picking up these small things, how our body are reacting throughout the days, that means we can be more calibrated to adjust for different things. To make an example, if I every day go to my work and it's kind of mediocre, I don't do much reflecting about it, I don't take in how I'm feeling, I'm just continuing on day in, day out. But if I start to become aware throughout the day and do some reflecting and realize I'm not having any of those good emotions throughout my days, it's not there. Because being aware, that also means that we can pick up on when we're not feeling the things that we ought to feel. And that's how it all comes back to the connection between awareness and self-awareness. When we can be aware throughout the days, we can realize that I'm not doing anything that makes me feel fulfilled. I'm not doing any of those things on that list that I really like. The emotions that we experience in our body, those are tells, those are signs, those are the answers to those questions if we're doing the things that we ought to, should do. And that's how it relates. How awareness can make you become more self-aware. To make you realize that I'm not doing what I should be doing. You see? That's how it works. That's how it connects. One thing I should have mentioned already from the start is the difference between emotions and feelings. Emotions is the first step before they translate to feelings. Emotions is deeper within our body. The hunger we feel, the smiles we do, the sensation within our body. That's what awareness is all about. When I said distinguish between thoughts and awareness, I mean taking in the emotions. Because emotions then gets picked up by our mind and translates to thoughts. And that's the actual verbalization in your mind for what you're feeling. And that's why it's so important to have a clarity in what we're trying to pick up on. And it's the emotions we're going after. Because those are tell signs that aren't affected by our biases for how we usually think about things. They're not subjectively colored by our way of thinking. So the emotions tell us so much that are purer. And that's the thing we need to reflect upon. That's the thing we should look at and objectively analyze and do some pattern recognition. It isn't really nothing new. I want us to practice in a more structured way, knowing when we're gonna look within, so we actually do it. It's so easy to say, yeah, I'm gonna try to take in my emotions this day. But then the day just go on and you forget about it. So the idea is to try to be aware throughout the day. Just pause your life for 5 seconds, just a moment, and take in your emotions. What is happening? Is there pressure on my ass? I'm hungry? Super stressed? Am I joyful? So taking in our emotions for just a few seconds and then do a brief reflection for why this is happening. What can you anchor this emotion you're having to? Is it a specific person? Is it a context? Is it something that you do at work all the time? Trying to relate the emotion you're having to what is happening, the context. And when I say a more structured way, I say I want you to decide when you are going to do this. Now I have a watch that keeps beeping every full hour, and that is a super good sign for me to just, that means I'm gonna be aware, take in my emotions. So that's my cue. But if you don't have a watch that beeps every full hour, you find something that keeps repeating for you. Like every time you walk through a doorpost, every time you go to the toilet, or every time you eat, pick 2 or 3 or one thing that will keep happening throughout your day and make that happening your cue for pausing for just a brief moment, listening to yourself, your emotions, and then connected to why you are having those emotions. And do that throughout the day for 5 days. That is the objective. The main objective, I should say, because I am gonna ask you a little bit more of you this week, because I would urge you to do the meditation practice this week as well. For as long as you want to do it, I'm aiming for 20 minutes. But the meditation practice could be seen as the gym workout. It's the individual workout you do in your safe environment, sitting in, practicing, taking in your emotions. But then throughout the day, that is the battlefield, the place where it really happens. So the meditation is so good practice, but it's out there at the battlefield. You need to be more in touch with your emotions. So that's why I would really like you to do the meditation practice as well. And of course, I also think that you should do some journaling about it. Jot down some notes. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling the way you're feeling? So that you are able, in the end of the week, to look back at your notes and do the actual pattern recognition in a more objective way. Look at what happened, what did you feel, and can you draw any conclusions from it? So that is this week's challenge. I hope you are as excited as I am, because boy am I excited. This meditation practice, it just keeps growing on me, the awareness thing. And I never thought I would say that a month ago, because that's not my thing, I used to think. But I am enlightened, and I am hungry, and that's why I'm ending this video right now. Thank you for watching. My name is Alexander Nilsson, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified when I post videos throughout the week. And also don't forget about the Friday's weekly evaluation, where I do a live stream and talk about the week, but also have an individual sit down where I look through my goals and how I've been working on them throughout the week. And the idea is that you should do the same. Work individually on your evaluation of the week that has been. My name is Alexander Nilsson. Thank you for watching. Scheiße. Bye guys.